It's Mommy.
And Cammy.
And what book are we reading today?
Amelia Bedelia.
Oh, Amelia Bedelia, your first day of work and I can't be here, but I made a list for you. You do just what the list says, said Miss Rogers. Miss Rogers got into the car with Mr. Rogers and they drove off.
Forgot the way. Drove off away.
And they drove away.
Oh.
My,
what nice folks. I'm going to like working here, said Amelia Bedelia.
Amelia Bedelia went inside. Such a grand house. These must be rich folks. But I must get to work. Here I stand just looking, and me with a whole list of things to do. Amelia Bedelia stood there a minute longer. I think I'll make a surprise for them. I'll make lemon meringue pie. I do make good pies.
So Amelia Bedelia went into the kitchen. She put a little of this and pinch of that
into a bowl.
She mixed and wrote.
Soon her pie was ready to go into the oven. There, said Amelia Bedelia, that's done.
Now let's see what this list says, Amelia Bedelia read.
Change the towels in the green bathroom. Amelia Bedelia found the green bathroom. These towels are very nice. Why change them, she thought.
Got 2 R's from the Rogers. Then Amelia Bedelia
remembered
what Mrs. Rogers had said. She must do what the list told her.
Well, all right,
said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia got some scissors. She snipped
a little here.
Snipped a little there.
And she changed those towels.
That's what she's supposed to do. I think.
No.
No.
There, said Amelia Bedelia. She looked at her list again. Dust the furniture. Did you ever tell such a silly thing? At my house, we undust the furniture.
Not just dusting.
But to each his own. Amelia Bedelia took one last look at the bathroom. She saw a big box with the word dusting powder on it. Well, look at that. A special powder to dust with, exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. So Amelia Bedelia dusted the furniture. That should be dusty enough. My, how nice it smells. Draw the drapes when the sun comes in, read
Amelia Bedelia. She looked up, then
the sun
was coming in. Amelia Bedelia looked at the list again. Draw the drapes.
That's what it says.
I'm not much of a hand at drawing, but I'll try.
So Amelia Bedelia sat right down and she drew those drapes.
Her drapes is like to close them.
Yeah.
Amelia Bedelia marked off
about
the drapes. Now what?
Put the lights out when you finish in the living room.
Amelia Bedelia thought about this a minute. She switched off the lights. Then she
carefully unscrewed each bulb. And Amelia Bedelia put the lights out. So those things needed to be aired out too? Just like pillows and babies? Oh, I do have a lot to learn. She was just supposed to turn off the lights, but I don't know. My pie! Exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. She hurried to the kitchen.
Just right, she said. She took the pie out of the oven and put it on the table quickly. Then she looked at the list.
The list. Measure 2 cups of rice. That's next, said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia found 2 cups. She filled them with rice, and Amelia Bedelia measured that rice. She's not supposed to measure it with a measuring tape. She was supposed to measure it in a measuring cup.
Amelia Bedelia laughed. Those folks do want me to be funny things?
No.
To do funny things?
Mm-hmm.
Then she poured the rice back into the
container.
That is wasting.
The meat market will deliver a steak and a chicken. Please trim the fat before you put the steak in the icebox. Then, please dress the chicken. When the meat arrived, Amelia Bedelia opened the bag. She looked at the steak for a long time. Yes, she said, that will do nicely.
Amelia Bedelia got some
lace and bits of ribbon.
And Amelia Bedelia trimmed that back before she put the steak in the icebox.
Now I must dress the chicken. I wonder if she wants a he chicken or a she chicken, says Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia went right to work. Soon the chicken was finished.
It's gonna be a he.
Dress the chicken means to season it. It's
like,
another word for season. And she got it all wrong.
That was like dress it like
right.
People.
Him.
Amelia Bedelia heard the door open. The folks are back, she said.
She rushed out to meet them. Amelia Bedelia, why are all the light bulbs outside? Asked Mr. Rogers. The list just said to put the lights out, said Amelia Bedelia. It didn't say to bring them back in. Oh, I do hope they didn't get aired out too long.
Amelia Bedelia, the sun was
fade the furniture.
I asked you to draw the drapes, said Miss Rogers. I did. He said Amelia Bedelia. She held
up her picture.
Oh.
Then Miss Rogers saw the furniture. The furniture, she cried. Did I dust it well enough? Asked Amelia Bedelia. That's such a nice dusting powder.
Mr. Roger went to wash his hands. I say, he called those are very
unusual towels. Miss Rogers dashed in the bathroom. Oh, my best towels, she said. Didn't I change them enough? Asked Amelia Bedelia.
Little smiley face.
I think she wanted her to change it, like put new clean ones in there.
Mrs. Rogers went to the kitchen. I cooked the dinner. Where is the rice?
I asked you to measure. I put it back in the container. But I remember it measured 4.5 inches, said Amelia Bedelia. Was the meat delivered? Asked Miss Rogers. Yes, said Amelia Bedelia. I trimmed the fat just like you said. It does look nice. Miss Rogers rushed into the icebox. She opened it. Lace ribbons? Oh dear, said Miss Rogers. The chicken, you dressed the chicken? Asked Miss Rogers. Yes, and I found the nicest box to put him in, said Amelia Bedelia. Box? Exclaimed Miss Rogers. Miss Rogers hurried over to the box. She lifted the lid. There lay the chicken, and he was just as dressed as he could be.
I knew it was a he. Mrs. Rogers was angry. She was very angry. She opened her mouth. Mrs. Rogers meant to tell Amelia Bedelia
she was fired.
But before she could
get the words out,
Mr. Rogers
put something in her mouth.
It was so good, Mrs. Rogers forgot about being angry.
Lemon meringue pie, she exclaimed. I made it to surprise you, said Amelia Bedelia happily. So right then and there, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers decided that Amelia Bedelia must stay. And so she did. Mr. Rogers learned to say undust the furniture, unlight the lights, close the drapes, and things like that. Mr. Rogers didn't care if Amelia Bedelia trimmed all of his steaks with lace. All he cared about was having her there to make lemon meringue pie. The end.
Goodbye.
So Amelia Bedelia was kind of cuckoo.
What you think is funny?
That was funny. She was some funny, crazy stuff.
First of all, she was supposed to close it, not draw a picture of it.
Yeah. She got all the words mixed up. And she was supposed to dust the furniture with a duster brush. Not pour dust all over it.
They meant to say undust it, but it was
No, that's what you say. You say dust it because you use a duster. But she just didn't know. She didn't understand. I don't know.
Well, you better follow this way.
Bruh.
You should follow it. It's pretty good. Go see your reading test.